chance at that meeting.
But in all honesty, Clean Streets has been one of our more successful vendors. I mean, maybe I'm probably a community police, but I actually really ride the corridor and watch people do work. And I like the fact that when you ride down 75th and you ride down 79th, at least for a couple of hours.
Hey, we do the same thing.
You know, and so I like that. Again, I believe that the way you change mindsets is you change their environment.
Exactly.
And so sometimes you have to keep picking up paper. You don't have to do it in front of my house. You know, the kids walk by and they drop the bag of flaming hots. I don't eat flaming hots, but I have to. I won't leave it out there because I want to make sure that when people walk past my house, that they find a house that's aesthetically, clean.
And we strictly.
So that's why we have. Sometimes we have in our community. Mark. I'm sorry to hear, but in our community, we got to pick up after us a little more than other communities.
Hey, that's what we do in 45.
Like I said, it's like the broken window theory. It's like the flaming hot theory.
I mean, like I said, we hold, and that's why I'm glad that we have our program manager here. We make sure that we have our cleaning guys out there 3 days a week, and we make sure that corridor is clean. Because that's top priority. That's been top priority by the ward's office. That's been top priority by the businesses. Is that we want it safe and we want it clean. And so that's what we can ensure when we're talking with Clean Street. And according to the budget, that they're out there and that this stuff is picked up. Okay?
Just want to reduce.
No, we're not reducing. We just want to make sure that the budget lines up with the services that they're going to provide.
You want to discuss on garbage cans?
Yeah.
All right. So 2 more things.
Security.
Security is on track. They're out there Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. This week they will be starting the actual logs of walking into businesses and getting signatures. They were very helpful with passing out our 2015 services letter. It's in your folder. It shows you introducing ourselves as a service provider. These are the services that you'll be getting this year, as well as information about the facade enhancement program was all in that letter. They distributed it for us on April 1st. And we're also mailing, the letter was also mailed. We also mailed the letter as well as the security officers were passing it out. And we're on track with security. They were a little bit behind waiting on money, but we got them paid, so they're happy now. And we're looking forward with security.
And you have those kind of template flyers of the facade that you showed me?
Oh, yeah.
Just to kind of give you a background.
Mock-ups of stuff on the facade of the program. So I did I did a logo and basically like a tagline and some new marketing around SSA49 and the neighborhood just in general. Basically the idea is South Shore is this place of opportunity, you are here, be the change, the possibilities and everything like that. So if you look in that middle spread, like I said, these are mock-ups, they'll be much bigger and double-sided printed. But in the middle is a mock-up of what I'm kind of envisioning possibly for the quarry and for chef stairs. Now this is just like my ideas, obviously I'm not the architect, but it would be cool to kind of work together on that.
Yeah, just like the facade that we showed you guys when we presented, that's what's going to happen out here. So we're starting with 5 businesses, and we're starting with 5 businesses. According to that, they would receive. We would help when it comes to design, architect, everything else. Like I said, once we get into the budget, we can go into more detail. But I think since this went out, we have a lot of businesses who want to participate in this. And we're seeing a lot of that happen even in 45, what we do. This is becoming a program of need because, as you all know, we want to improve the facade so that when you're walking down this corridor, you're seeing a continuous, well-upkept building, and the SSA can help provide that. So I think this is going to be a really worthwhile program.
Now, when we look at that budget, are we able to move from 5 to a couple more?
If it's a lot, if we have the money, I want more. We in 45 we do 8. So I want more. We can get the more, the better.
So there's some business that I really, and I don't know if you got all the recommendations yet from any of the other commissioners.
We're still getting
right. There are some business, like the quarry, who opens their doors to the community and is not invited.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't, I was going to go, and my wife said, "Oh no, we're not going in there." So I had to ride all past, and and he said, "That doesn't look inviting." So
Where
well,
you
we had a bit better timing; it would be more inviting. You know what I mean?
And those businesses that have been around for 30 years that are struggling, like I'm talking true, the hardware, true value, they're having a hard time. So we really want to look at the businesses in the corridor and making sure that we have good coverage for those. Because that's obviously the most important thing is to really protect those businesses. Exactly.
I think that too for the program, when I sort of wrote about it, is finding anchor businesses. That there are businesses that are obviously, even if you put $5,000 into that one business, it's actually going to make a larger impact on the street overall, depending on how that business is positioned on the corner and all of that. And so basically, it not only comes down to whatever they're applying for, but it also comes down to maximizing whatever we're getting, because there are ways to go about it. Maybe like instead of doing an awning, you just do a window wrap for color. Just little things like that, and making sure that we're not just kind of just blanket prescribing people.
Right. It's a very good program. Like I said, once we get into it, I can explain the details of it. But most of the businesses we've done at the end of this year, correct me wrong, at the end of this year, we're going to have, since 2012, we're going to have 17 businesses and 45 that have gone through this program. So we want to make sure that gets started here. And most of the businesses, all the businesses, love the program, and they actually want more. They want to come back every year trying to get more. So I'll explain in more details. Any other questions about security?
I'm going off script. She says she had one quick question.
Right. I own a property here in the SSA49. I'm not aware of this. I didn't receive a letter. I didn't receive any notification of this program going on. My building is vacant, but I'm just wondering how you get into the individuals that are remodeling and renovating their businesses to get into this program, which I am doing at this current time. My building is across the street, and I'm renovating it now, but I'm unaware of this program.
That's how it started.
Yeah, it hasn't started. This just came off the print last night.
Yeah. Well, she said she mailed out letters.
We mailed out letters to all the businesses. We use the city data portal for businesses that are active, and we sent out those letters. Now, for those that are not, we had our officers go to the buildings itself and deliver these letters too. Now the other thing is what we're going to have to do is pin holders sometimes are not in the area. So we have to go through and also try to blanket the pin holders, because we're sending them out to the tenants, and some people are tenants and some people are property owners. So in your case, since we have your contact info, when that application rolls out, we're definitely going to get the information to you. We want this to be a fair and robust program. So we're not just picking and choosing, well, we're skipping you and going over here. No, we send it out to everybody.
I appreciate it.
So what's the next step for her? I mean, can she contact you guys and get an application, or?
I spoke to Allison before, because like I said, I'm trying to renovate it, and
And where's the property? Just so
right
everybody
across the
knows.
street. Address 2462-70 and a half East 75th Street.
Oh, it's a daycare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That was a daycare there for 14 years. I'm remodeling.
Okay. You looking for new tenants, or are you?
I'm gonna put a daycare back in, but my
All right,
electricity
Sarah.
keeps getting stolen.
All right.
That's a whole different ballgame.
All right. She's trying to drums and.
We're still see nothing.
Ain't nobody saying
2014 audits are last.
So the audit, we talked to Bravos and Associates. They'll have the first draft.
And Bravos Associates is the vendor that was assigned to your audit.
Right, they're the auditor for.
Because of an RFP process.
Right, so they elated to me that the draft will be done by the 24th.
Yay, thank you. Sorry. This one? Yeah, she said yes. We can have that included in our meeting with Greg, and then
Yeah, we can, like I said, for the financials.
yes.
Yeah.
We'll have all that.
But we need, but the audit though, we need to probably schedule another meeting before May 1st.
Yes, fine. Because it's actually.
I think the audit, the audit should be separate, and then we'll have the budget in May.
Maybe you have the same day. In the morning, in the afternoon, the day.
Yeah, that's a lot of
No,
going on.
You know, like
What? Don't have a date yet. We're going to check with everyone's schedule to see, and then once that
As soon
happens,
as Bravo's
you're going on
delivered,
vacation.
because he comes, and he should probably give it to you all via email.
No, it has to be
Review it. He needs to come right back.
Before May 1st?
Well, the commission, the audit will be done before May, but the commissioner meeting, we'll check with your schedule to see when, because we want everybody to be there. So we have a little bit of time, but
No.
not audit, not audit, I'm not talking about the audit. I'm not talking about the audit. I'm talking about the audit. Whoa, it's getting a little heated on that side. Whoa. You know, we're talking about the commissioner's meeting. The commissioner's meeting for the budget, we're thinking maybe the first, because I know she goes on vacation the second week of May.
And then Memorial Day.
Then Memorial Day is the third week. So we want to probably set it up the week after May 1st.
Give us a couple of days. In a couple of days, and then we can pick
I'll send it to everybody.
Any other?
I will say this though. So I like I said, I just started a few weeks ago, so I'm still kind of getting my bearings straight. But looking at like Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm going to be sending all you guys information to get on there because we actually have to start getting the word out.
Oh, I'm on there.
Program.
Follow us and everything.
So, you know, it's about to be a
You
thing.
got
I'm
followers?
going to be bugging you guys, so
Okay.
please
Am
send
I
that
doing
out there.
Oh, wow.
You didn't do it?
You just click me.
You did very well, 10 on 3.
We got commission speech. He's almost done.
Karen Forte again for City of Chicago. I am the liaison, the new liaison
She's never
for.
we welcome her because I wish she could come to all our meetings.
I'm planning on coming to a few more.
Because you love me so much.
And let me, first of all, I didn't hear you actually talk about getting back together after you get the draft of the audit. You guys are going to need to get back together again after Bravos delivers it on the 24th. You can send it to them electronically, of course, for review, but you definitely have to get back together ASAP to vote to approve, or if you find some errors in the numbers or the names or something, you got to immediately get back together. And my group open meeting, is that, yeah, okay. With the groups that I have again, and I said this earlier, the dates that have been provided, I put a week buffer in front for hiccup purposes. And so technically speaking, that vote, all of that should be to me on the 24th, so understanding the circumstances here. If you could please get with Abraham to get another date to vote on the draft early in the week after the 24th. And then let me know that date. I do plan on coming to some next week. Okay, I do plan on coming, attending some more commission meetings because I'm not new to the program. I've been in the city for 27 years, but I was actually in economic development and migrated over to SSA world. I have worked for Abraham for a long time. So he is very cognizant of how to run this SSA. And I just want to be here to observe initially. Segueing into commissioner terms, we have Jennifer Magianis in our office who typically handles commission affairs. I don't. But I'm going to be a little more instrumental in making sure that the terms and that you have active commissioners concurrently. So just going over the commissioners, and I need to write some notes because Sarah's already told me that some of this isn't accurate. Latrina Shepherd, yes, I do have you on here as being the newest commissioner where your term expires 2017. My understanding is Flora Digby is expired and no longer a commissioner, so that will be a vacancy to be filled. Sarah is adjacent to me. Lona Wright, I'm sorry. You just renewed. You're going through the process. She has your things in the mayor's office for introduction.
No, I have my letter.
You got it.
You got approved.
Yeah, April 15th. Okay.
I meant to bring it.
Lona
Brown signed it.
Riley.
Lana. Yeah, she came to the last meeting.
Abraham, Jennifer said she sent you an email
We know.
on 323.
We know
Okay.
about that.
Okay. And then Will